welcome everybody. So I have my two medical students today, Diana and Leslie, and Dr. Gold's here. And we were talking earlier, and I wanted to really let the audience know, because it really is so prevalent about, thinking about the way we look or think about ourselves, our natural beauty, like being a little sometimes critical about ourselves. If you want to.
Critical. We were talking about this in the car because we have some exciting times coming up. I'm getting married, and I start thinking about how I want to look for this wedding. And I'm the hardest when I compare myself. You would think it's common to compare yourself to other people, which in society it is, but I'm the hardest when I compare myself to how I used to look without taking into consideration I'm a woman in my 20s, that bodies and hormones are changing all the time. This was 3 to 5 years ago.
Life was different.
Life.
Right.
So it's really hard. You're the hardest critic on yourself, especially when you think you're doing something that doesn't sound very harmful, like comparing yourself to yourself. But there's a lot of factors that go into how much you change, even over a couple years.
Yeah, and so that brings into conversation also women, again, we're in our 20s, but like women who are going through their changes of menopause, and how like the height of that change is really, really significant. Everything's changing, stuff in your mind, you maybe have more anxiety, your body's looking different. Things
Insomnia,
are just
sleep disturbances.
Yeah, and we're making it sound not great. It's just the reality of what women have to go through, and sort of, Dr. Gold, if you can speak on how to maybe cope with these changes, or what things that you maybe do to.
Yeah. Well, the bright side, of course, I want to start there, and I'll going back again to that too, of course. But my body completely changed when I hit my 50s. When I was in my 40s, honestly, tons of energy, tons of strength, just feeling life. I really didn't feel my age or anything like that. I felt great and felt like I looked good and all that other stuff. And then, white hairs started popping in. I would just pull them out. And makeup, I have melasma, so that is something I've been a little critical of myself. But I've been using the infrared lights, and you know what? I realized it's not going to kill me, and it's okay to be your essence, who you are. The part that I love about this age group, because I honestly would never go back to my 20s, no offense or anything, I love the wisdom. I really do, that body wisdom of knowing who I am. Excuse my language, but I'll just not giving a crap or giving shit about anybody else, because realizing that you matter and you're enough. I really, all the time, was always like, what is that person going to think of me? Am I doing a good enough job for them, or ego driven? Now when I work out, it's for me. I don't have anything to prove.
Right.
It was always competition or this or that. And right now I'm happy. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. You want to be my friend? Great. I don't need to be searching for friends. I don't need to be searching for patients. I am who I am. I love getting people well. If you're on board with that, come join me.
That's right. I think it speaks so much to making sure you're around people that are like-minded in this sense. An example that I can give is I am a yoga teacher, and I've taught at different studios. And the studio I teach at now has no mirrors. And when I walked in, I thought, that's weird, no mirrors. And I thought, well, that's going to be hard to look at what I'm doing or what other people are doing, but that was kind of the point. You don't see what other people are doing. It's just you and your mat, and you're surrounded by a bunch of other people that don't care what else you're doing. It's just you and your practice. And so if you kind of go through life like that, there's no mirrors around, we're not looking at anyone, we're not judging anyone, no one's judging me, or you can pretend, at least as you go forward, it's a happier place to be than I hate the way I look, other people are judging me for the way I look, and there's no mirrors. It's just you and your mat and your practice.
And that's especially important in like a yoga practice, for example, but in any walk of life as well, outside of the mat.
And I agree. It's so nice. And I've taught, and right now I don't teach yoga class without mirrors. It does have mirrors. However, I do have folks close your eyes, tune within. And I love also talking to people with a different opinion, because I want to learn from them and just seek to understand, not to convince them of my opinion or anything like that. And also getting back to just the way I looked growing up in New York City. I didn't see any dolls that looked like me. And on TV, way back when, the historical ages, the TV shows, they had very few Asians that I saw that were celebrities, that were on TV. You know, I'd watch Facts of Life. You probably never heard of these shows. Happy Days. I'm like going way, way back, Little House on the Prairie. But yes, they were not, the people that I saw that were Asians in those shows, they were doing karate or Bruce Lee. So it was challenging. And even the dolls, I had Baby Alive. Again, I couldn't find a doll that looked like me, even to this day. I mean, I see dolls that are black, dolls that are white, but not many mixed dolls. So, and it's okay. I realize at the end of the day, it's okay to have your unique features. We all do. Right. And the cool part is being comfortable with yourself.
Absolutely.
Which is great. So, and just navigating, honestly, it is good to be an integrative, holistic medical doctor because I've been able to balance my hormones. So even when I was going through hot flashes, I knew what to do to treat them. And then my mood swings, I was in tune with what I needed to do to handle that as well. And it made such a big difference. And I realized you can let out emotions. Emotions are real, and you don't have to stifle them or push them down. It's actually better to release in a healthy way and just get stronger. You know, getting your muscles and your bones healthy, your brain strong, continue to learn, hang out with young folks, TT Young. We had a girls' night recently. Can we share our girls' night? Because I should share. I was just like loving it. It was so, why don't you tell us what we did?
So we started off with doing chalk drawings and beautiful sayings on the sidewalk so that people would walk by. And we drew a little hopscotch.
Exactly.
And you have to do the hopscotch before you enter the house.
And smile and strike a pose. That was so much fun.
And then we made little homemade, like, organic body scrubs from, like, just household items, which work really nice on some dry skin. And then we made this healthy dessert. Dr. Gold has this, like, almost, if you will, like a healthy pudding almost with the coconut cream.
Yes.
With this special cacao from straight from Peru.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like each did our own like addition of like maybe vanilla or honey or to add a little sweetness, and it was just
or a
delectable.
lot of sweetness.
Yeah, or a lot of sweetness
to
your palate. Yes. So it was just delectable, and we just laughed a lot. We had fun. Yeah, and we even played a little dress up.
That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun.
Good time. Everyone needs a girls' night.
Everyone needs a girls' night.
I agree. It's so important for camaraderie and just to hang out and chill, play some music, dance. You know, and I honestly sometimes just do that on my own. That's why I smile so much. We were doing earlier, maybe we could do it now. And we'll have a little video later, but the facial yoga. So I've seen a lot of women in my age group starting to get a double chin. You can get the
possibly in our age group.
Possibly in our
Okay. And it's really due to muscle weakness. Honestly, what happens is this muscle called the platysmus muscle, kind of the neck muscle, the front of the neck muscle, it just weakens. And it's just because it's not used often. So just a simple exercise, which I call Kiss the Heavens. I actually got it from a friend. Mwah.
Kisses.
Mwah. Yeah, kisses. And you just feel the muscle working. If you're not sure, just feel it. And just, Mwah. Mwah. Several times a day can just feel so good. And it's a wonderful way to uplift the body. When I first wake up, I say thank you.
It's become a ritual to have gratitude, because that's a great way to start off your day.
Absolutely.
And I just want to share, because we, in my other women's group, were doing a 15-minute meditation every single morning for 10 days. And I did it. It was so beautiful. And what I decided is going to be a gratitude meditation. So I just initially started with, I'm glad my heart is beating. I'm glad I have eyes and ears. I have fingers and toes. I have a nose. And I just went to each part that I was thanking and just kind of felt my heart beating, felt my lungs breathing. I was appreciative for the stuff that has happened in my life to make me the person I am today. So all the illnesses that I've gone through, I said I'm appreciative. Of course, I don't always want them to be repeated, but I was happy that they happened so I can grow and take care of my patients teach the students, do what I can do to be who I am today. And grateful for my hair. I used to always argue about my hair. Even for my wedding, my aunt was like, "What are you gonna do with your hair?" 'Cause they can stand and get really big. I was like, you know what? I love your hair. You keep me warm. Especially it does. I can put it up. I can do different things. But just to be grateful for everything.
A good gratitude practice can change a lot.
Did. And when I finished, I just felt so happy. I was like,
it really is a
for the both of
change.
you.
Grateful for you guys.
Me too. I said, please don't be
sweet.
strangers. I want to see you. You're only with me 2 weeks, but I just said, But I said, don't be strangers. Let me know how you're doing.
Have to make another appearance.
Yes, I would love that. And it's just important to love you. Just remember that you matter. You're worthy. You're enough. You're an amazing person. And if there's not a girls' night in your area, create one. Remember, you can always have
virtual girls' night.
Woohoo! We could
do that.
That would be so much fun. We did some chalk therapy too. We got the chalk and just we made these beautiful pictures on the sidewalk. The cool part is even after the rainstorm, they're still there. I was like,
they look like we just did them.
It does. It looks great. It didn't wash away. And this chalk has washed away before. So this is something that these ladies. There's a spirit here, a wonderful spirit. So I'm so glad. I do feel so blessed that we came together and just learning from each other.
Absolutely.
They're brilliant and just a lot. Thank you.
We all have something to learn from each other.
Yes, definitely.